What's up, you guys? I'm coming at you today from a smoky cloud of wildfire filth. My lungs are burning. My eyes, they're going out. Life is literally the This Is Fine meme, complete with a dog. So normally I'm kind of triggered by outrage cycles online because I feel like I lose hard-won brain cells. But this time it caught my eye. The internet is in a fit of rage about Netflix's Cuties. Since its release, Netflix cancellations have spiked by 8-fold. It all started a few weeks ago with a provocative promo poster that Netflix's marketing department has since apologized for and changed. And now that the film has been released, there is a scene circulating around on social media from the film. Unless you have 400 gallons of eye bleach on hand, I would suggest not just going and watching these clips. I did, and I'm uncomfortable now. Help me. But after some deliberation, I decided to watch it for a few reasons. One is that this is a topic that I really care about. I was in a documentary about it. I've been talking about it on YouTube since before it was cool to talk about it on YouTube. Oh man, I'm going full hipster today. Even got the flannel. Most importantly, when it comes to talking about it online, I didn't think it was right for me to form an opinion about something, especially not a strong opinion, without actually seeing the full context. Social media really encourages us to just ignore context, right? People just read the headlines now, we watch 30-second clips, and then we form very strong opinions based on these tiny snippets of information. This type of black and white, oversimplified thinking is without a doubt melting our brains. So I wondered, could that be the case here? I grit my teeth, accepted my inner turmoil, and went ahead and watched it. I was shook, you guys. I was really surprised. I was so surprised that I wanted to talk about it. For starters, it has a very different tone than I was expecting. It's very somber. It's a coming-of-age story about a group of girls, and one particular girl, the lead, Ami. Her home life is turbulent. Her dad is marrying a second wife, and so the story kind of follows these parallel storylines of Ami in her girlhood and her mother in womanhood. It has a really powerful message about the stunted futures and the impossible choices that women in some cultures face. I think most women who watch this will see echoes of their own experience in Ami's. So that said, what about those dance scenes? A couple thoughts here. First, I realized when I watched the film that I had seen a doctored version of the scenes on Twitter. The version that I saw was doctored to be more close-ups and more panning than is in the actual film, which actually really upsets me because I'm usually so critical about digital media, and I just took it at face value. But even so, the dance scenes themselves do cross the line, but not for the reasons that I've been hearing. I wasn't upset with the way that the girls were dancing because in context, it is very clear that they are copying verbatim what they're seeing on YouTube and Instagram. They're doing it to feel a sense of agency over their bodies, but also to get likes and attention and validation that they're not getting at home. Also important to this storyline is that the girls are slut-shamed for dancing this way. So it's really a commentary on the vicious cycle that some girls can get caught in as they figure out how to navigate their sexuality in a world that has a lot of sexual imagery. My bone to pick with this film, my outrage, is more about how it was filmed. There is literally no reason why there should be any close-ups or any body pans at all in those dance scenes. Not even one. And it's really disappointing that they filmed the scenes this way because it really cheapens what is otherwise a powerful film. I shouldn't feel uncomfortable because of how the camera is portraying these young girls. I should feel uncomfortable because these characters in the story feel like they need to sexualize themselves to feel love, and that's why it feels creepy. Now, some people and media outlets have argued that this whole, hubbub about cuties is just performative outrage, that it's a sort of moral panic. I would agree the internet is facilitating some moral panics, but this particular criticism, in my opinion, has substance to it. Of course, people should have context before they get really worked up about something, but I also don't blame people for not wanting the context because of the subject matter. So that dynamic makes this outrage cycle a little bit different, I think, than other outrage cycles. So that's my not quite hot, but perhaps lukewarm take. If you do want to watch it, just fast forward the dance scenes. It's not that much of the movie. And if you do watch it, I'd love to know what you guys think. All right, I've got a few other stories that are a little bit less depressing to put on your radar this week. how much would Facebook have to pay you to deactivate your account? In a couple of weeks, at the end of September, Facebook is going to be paying 400,000 people to deactivate their accounts until the US election. It's a part of a large-scale study that they're doing to understand the impact that social media has on our voting behavior. Facebook says to continue to amplify all that is good for democracy on social media, we need more objective, dispassionate, empirically grounded research. Amen to that, dude. As I've talked about in past episodes, Facebook has come under all sorts of fire for their complicated relationship with democracy. So this is a really exciting project for them to be taking on, and I can't wait to see the results next year. P.S. Facebook, if you want to pay me a lot of money to deactivate my account, you know where to find me, literally, because you have all my data. Space nerds are rejoicing this week because there might be life on Venus. Earlier this week, researchers announced that they had found trace fingerprints of phosphine in Venus's clouds. As far as they know, which, could always be wrong, phosphine is only produced by humans and microbes. This is interesting. Venus has been called Earth's twin planet for some time now, and that's because our planets are almost the same size, the same weight, and have the same composition-ish. We're also neighbors. Of course, Venus is also different in a lot of ways. Namely, it is a fiery pit of hell. The surface is 900 degrees. That's 465 Celsius for you superior metric people. Scientists at NASA have even said that it's possible Venus was the first planet to host life, not Earth, which I guess would mean that it's us on Earth who were the aliens all along. Last up for you today, there is a new tool that is helping us to analyze our dreams. A team of researchers wrote an algorithm that is sorting through 24,000 dreams in a public database. So basically, this algorithm works by analyzing the language in the dreams to create a sort of web of connecting concepts and ideas in each dream. Then it spits out a bunch of scores, like how positive or negative the dream was, the aggression of certain characters, or even how unusual the dream is. This could be especially cool because researchers may now be able to kind of compare the dreams of different groups and get some insights, old and young, men and women, and even, dreams of people with certain psychiatric disorders. The scientists say they hope this tool will eventually give us further insight into our own subconscious minds. But honestly, I'm not sure if I want to know what's in there. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you today. Please like and ring the bell if you haven't already. Yes, I am an annoying YouTuber. Please stay safe from the fires and hurricanes and, whatever else the apocalypse may be throwing at you this week. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.